This shot not only hit the female agent, but also completely shattered MI5's golden sign, and exposed the darkest conspiracy in British intelligence. The story begins with a traffic jam on the streets of London. In this crowded traffic, a convoy was slowly moving, and the convoy was slow as the head of a terrorist organization. The head of a terrorist organization that MI5 has been chasing. The operation was led by the British MI5. They finally caught Qasim and were about to hand him over to US. It was originally. They were expected to arrive at the British military airport, but the traffic jam ruined everything. The female agent Keaton and her partner Robert were anxious like ants on a hot pan. They were eager to clear the traffic to successfully complete the mission. But who could have thought an accident happened? The police suddenly took away the helicopter to be taken, which made the escort mission suddenly difficult. What's worse is that the surveillance, several motorcycles were driving unusually fast, rushing through the congested city, targeting the convoy where Caston was. The MI5 command center instantly sounded the alarm. The atmosphere was so tense that they realized that someone must be coming to intercept. Sure enough, a motorcycle quickly approached Keaton's car. Keaton was about to fight back, but his partner Rob stopped him. At this moment, the command center quickly issued an emergency combat order. A gunman jumped off the motorcycle, dragged Keaton out of the car, and forced him and Rodu, kneeling in front of the truck escorting Qasim. Visni was caught by the roadside camera. The militants held guns, threatened the head of MI5. If they didn't release Cassie, he would kill Keaton. In the central command room of MI5, several senior leaders handed over to a person named Harry who was in charge. Harry frowned at the surveillance footage. This happened in a densely populated urban area, and agents were taken hostage. He had to be careful and not let innocent civilians be hurt. After thinking, Harry finally ordered to release Qasim. After rescinding the order, the agents in the escort vehicle had to open the door and let Qasim go. After being freed, Qasim didn't run away immediately, but glanced proudly at the camera with a smirk, with ridicule and provocation in his eyes. Then he got on a motorcycle and drove away, and his companions were also released, but Keaton couldn't swallow this insult. As soon as Qasim left, he immediately took out a pistol from the armrest box, despite his companion's dissuasion, and chased after Qasim in the direction he ran. Harry quickly ordered the support troops to follow. When they reached the tunnel, Keaton and his companion found the armed convoy had disappeared without a trace. They found the abandoned motorcycle without hesitation. They rushed in when they tried to push open the door to the outside. Kenton reported Ed's injury to the command center. Then he rushed out of the danger zone alone. But at this time, the militants had boarded the van and sped away from Keaton and fired several shots at the van, but still couldn't stop them because Qasim's men destroyed all the surveillance equipment nearby. MI5 now has no clue at all and couldn't track their movements at all, and Harry was about to retire from the job. But then this incident happened. Qasim escaped. This undoubtedly became in his career an indelible stain. Then Harry went to offer flowers to his sister-in-law and secretly met with undercover agent Aaron. He revealed his retirement plan to Aaron and advised her not to pursue Cassie and get out quickly, but Aaron was determined to catch Cassie to make a contribution. How could she give up so easily? Harry was walking on the bridge by the Thames. With a heavy heart, he suddenly stopped walking, walked to the railing, leaning on the pillar, staring blankly into the river. He just stood there quietly for a while. The camera turns. He came to the Lamanik district in Moscow. At this time, a young man was being harassed by a group of local thugs. The young man is agile and a quick mind. He broke the window and successfully reached out just as he stood up. The gangsters chased after him. When the man crossed the road, he was almost hit by a car. Will Holloway get in? After glancing at the pursuers behind him, the man decisively opened the door and sat in. The man's name is Will, used to be a member of MI5, and the woman in front of him, Hannah, is a current agent of MI5. She handed Will a document, which was a photo of Harry standing on the Thames Bridge. In the other photo, Harry's trace was no longer there. Yes, Harry was missing. They need Will's help to find Harry. Soon after, they took a plane back to London. They met with the top officials of MI5. Since Harry and Will's parents worked together, they had a good relationship. Before Harry disappeared, he had visited Will's mother, so they thought that after Harry jumped into the river, Will must know where he went. But after hearing it, Will pointed out the problem. Before and after Harry, there is the same bird in the upper right corner of both, but the same picture at different times, indicating that the surveillance was tampered. The mastermind must be MI5. Without a doubt, they knew the truth and came to him. Obviously, their purpose was not simple. Even if there was no foul, but wouldn't be willing to help. Harry had hired him in the first place, so he was not interested in his life or death. After that, he stood up and was ready to leave. Hearing this, Will came back again, because he only knew that on the night his father died, he was on a mission with Harry in Berlin, and he knew nothing else. The superior reminded him that he could find Harry to ask him what happened that night. To put it bluntly, they still wanted to use Will to find Harry, but they didn't know that at this time on a desolate land on the northern coast of England, there was an old man who was preparing his first meal of the day. And this person was Harry, hearing the engine sound outside. Harry immediately turned off the stove. These people in front of him were all Kasim's men, and his target this time. When the van was unloading, the person in charge of monitoring the surroundings, he was extremely nervous and immediately drove over with people, but in fact Harry deliberately exposed himself to lure Kasim out. He was quickly brought before Kasim, and it was exactly what Harry wanted, but for Harry's appearance, Kasim didn't care. Until Harry mentioned a person named Ozma. Chechen's people, because the owner of this name, who is Kasim's wife? Yes. So what do you want? I want to know who helped you escape. I know, it was someone on my side. Right, Harry thought that Kasim could escape so easily. There must be someone on his side to help him. Kasim confirmed his guess after hearing that, but he didn't know the specific information. Only a contact number. Harry promised to do something for him. In exchange for the phone number, Kasim didn't immediately. Yes, he wanted to test Harry's determination first, so he took him to a newly captured person. Kasim uncovered the man's face mask. Harry saw he was heartbroken. The woman in front of the woman he said to Kasim's side, she was too eager to find evidence. She exposed her identity, and Harry was able to find Kasim because of Aaron. But now Kasim orders him to kill Aaron, to show his determination and sincerity. But how could Harry possibly kill his subordinate? And firmly refused. Aaron knew this was her only chance. So in order not to embarrass Harry, she took the initiative to hold Harry and pulled the trigger. Due to the long time without any clues about Cassie, which made the entire MI5 was like ant on a hot pan, so Hannah called Will and shared the existing information with him. We have fresh intel on Harry. He bought a pay-as-you-go phone, which we tracked to the Kent coast, Cathian, and was smuggling weapons from North Africa. Harry found him. Anna meant that Harry might have defected. In addition, the person they sent to scout saw a lot of explosives left behind at the scene. They guessed that Kasim was probably preparing to attack London. A massive attack on London. Will felt very uncomfortable after hearing that. After hanging up the phone, he fell into anxiety for a moment. But at this moment, he found a photo under the crack of the door, so he immediately got up and picked it up. But I didn't see any suspicious person when he opened. Will studied the photo carefully. But after a while, he didn't find any information in the photo. He was about to give up without a clue. He suddenly noticed that the umbrella the person in the photo was holding, so he immediately came to the neighborhood and entered the umbrella shop next door. After reporting his name, there was indeed something left for him here. He called the number on the umbrella label with his phone, and it was Harry's message inside, asking him to meet at noon, to meet at this first parking lot of the airport. So Will came here as required, together with Hannah, and a group of agents also came with him. When Will just got out of the car, he saw the Haim photo in the car next to him. And the door was also open. Will sat in the car. The photo's back says to put on the coat in the passenger seat. Besides the clothes, he also found a letter inside. But the letter said don't open it yet. He didn't think too much, but put on the coat as Harry asked him to. Then he felt a watch in his pocket, and then he went to the information desk on the first floor. He gave his name, Husky, if anyone had left him a message. Mr. Holloway, you were on the second meter at the coffee shop. I'll say, yeah, Huckle. Hurry, sit down. Mr. Holloway. After sitting down, Will looked around, but he didn't see Harry's figure. 15 minutes passed quickly, then the alarm of the watch went off. The numbers on it, exactly the same as the number on the envelope, so he immediately opened the envelope inside of the ticket, passport and message card. Pull away, what is it? Will immediately got up and rushed out. Seeing this, Hannah immediately ordered her men to chase. After a crazy run, Will successfully arrived at Terminal 9. He saw a familiar figure, which was Harry. It was Harry. Will walked over and sat beside him. Harry got straight to the point. He told Will everything. He needed a trusted person now. He said that the reason why Captain escaped smoothly, because with the help of some senior 5 officials, he just took advantage of the situation. You had Chassis. You let him go, I have no choice. He's our only connection to the traitors. Once he's in the system, he'll be silenced. Now, it's not just that London might be attacked. Someone wants to destroy MI5 through Cassie, too, but Will didn't believe it after hearing it. But that's exactly what happened. A little deeper investigation will reveal the trick. Then Hannah and other agents came over. Harry told her not to trust the top management too much, and not be as stupid as her father. Harry didn't explain in detail, To get rid of the police who came, he put a signal jammer in Will's jacket. He placed a signal jammer, which successfully caught the police's attention, while the police were controlling Will. 10. Harry also took the opportunity to escape. Before Hannah and her friends arrived, Harry already escaped. I'm a little tired. I'll take a break. Let's continue on Monday.